Gardening and Prepping. My name is Teresa. I'd like to welcome you out onto the back porch on this evening after we went and had fun picking the wild muscadine. Now, unfortunately, no matter how gentle you are with the vines, there will be times that vines will break off. It hasn't hurt the plant one bit. That is one massive muscadine vine. Now, I did not like that it happened, but you can always turn a negative into a positive. What I'm going to try to do tonight is get some started in a rooting solution and see if I can start some muscadine plants, getting them rooted. Oh yes, I'll try to root anything, just about, y'all. And why waste the vine? It's a perfect opportunity to try to get it rooted. I'm gonna pause it, move the camera, get it positioned so y'all can see everything. I'll bring you back here in a bit. Okay, first off, in this 5-gallon bucket, which this is only being used for transport, I have about a quarter of a bucket of lukewarm water. I always try to start with lukewarm water because plants don't like cold water, and guess what? Most of us don't like cold water either. So it's just barely warm because you don't want to burn your plants. And this is Take Root, Garden Safe Take Root rooting hormone. And I'm going to put about a good tablespoon in there. You want to make sure you get it mixed up really good. And of course, in the morning when I get home, I'm going to transfer this water and all of the grapevine cuttings into quart jars, because I like using clear glass jars to root in. I mean, I could leave it in the bucket, but it won't get the sunlight and the encouragement that glass jars will give the plants. And the plants will be able to get more sunlight to them than in the bucket. This is just to keep the grapevines cuttings alive for now. Alright, bring you right back. Okay, I got it wrestled over here. They are very cantankerous, but we should get along just fine. And I want to snip it as close as I can to the first node. Now, like I said, and then this way you can see that I'm going to snip it on the diagonal and get it in the water as soon as possible. Now, is my way the only way to do it? No, but this is just the way I'm going to do it in hopes of keeping this muscadine plant alive. I've got it snipped just right below a node, and I'm gonna snip it right here, just below a node, and I'll plant it like this, and straight into the water it goes. Not a lot of the limbs look rough as can be. And I'm going to try to get, here's the main stem. I'm going to try to get it as close to the stem as possible. Clean it up. It may root, it may not. We don't know unless we try. And I'm going to get it down in the water. Whoa, it's trying to take off with the camera. Let me move y'all back here. Now, there we go. Maybe y'all will be safe. Because it's trying to take out the tripod. Oh, here's a good one right here. I'm going to leave these on. Snip this little one. It may or may not live, but it's worth a try. And this one I'm going to leave as a big one and get it down in the water. But grapes are usually fairly good at rooting. Clean up the dead on it and get it down in the water. Let's see. Put the tendrils back. No, that's dead. And we're going to try. You want to make sure those ends get in the water. That's it, there's no guarantee, but why just leave the plant there if you can make more plants. And since I know this is already a fruiting muscadine, I definitely want to try to keep it alive. Okay, I have found the end. Put that there. Bring this piece over. Come on, quit fighting. There we go. Into the water it goes. Okay, here we go. Little piece, kind of, sort of. Let's get the dead leaves off of it. In the water it goes. I done lost count. I'll have to count them when I put them in jars tomorrow. Oh, nothing. I almost forgot. When you're making cuttings, you gotta make sure you keep up with what's the actual bottom part of the stem. Your your vine goes this way, so you want to make your cuttings down here and at the top, and make your next cutting going down the vine, not up the vine. Well, depends on how you look at it. And there's a muscadine we missed. Okay, let's see who's gonna be next. Okay, I'm gonna snip this right about there. Oh, that one got broke. No, let's bring it up to about right here. And then the water. As soon as you clip the ends, you want to get them in the water as soon as possible. And they are obstinate. There we go. Whew. We got another batch to run. I'm going to clip it right here. You want to get as much of that node as possible, because it gives a place for roots to run out. Let's see. Okay, into the water it goes. And you gotta make sure when your bucket starts getting full that you actually hear it tap on the bottom of the bucket. tell you, if all these take, I'm gonna have to open up my own winery if I'm not careful. As y'all know, nothing's as fine as muscadine wine. Let's see, I'm gonna try make 2 out of this one. And I think I'm gonna try 1. Let's see, I'm gonna look at it again. That tendril was trying to wrap around itself. Man, almost like trying to split barbed wire. And like I said, the bucket's just temporary. It keeps them from dying. Let's see. Who knows if these make it? I might have a few muscadine plants for a spring swap next year. Okay. Alright, I'm moving the bucket. Hold on a minute. Hey, take 2. Y'all missed it. I had y'all paused and I was trying to move the biggest part of the vine. It smacked the tripod and y'all went flying, so y'all went on an adventure and didn't know it. Almost done. Even my grandmother would be trying to save it, trying to make a positive out of a negative. Now, like I said, there's no guarantee they're going to make it, but it's better to try than not. Most would leave the vine laying on the ground. Not this old girl. If I can get wild muscadines to grow, I definitely will. Let's see. See, this side's good, but that side looks like it's dead, so that side can go. This one will go in the water. This one's just going to be a shorty. Like I said, you want to try to get as close to the main vine so you can get a cutting off of it. You got to make sure once you cut it, you get it down into the water, and it's getting harder to get them into the water. I done lost count on how many cuttings I've made. this one is. I think I'm just going to keep that one long. Into the water it goes. And this one I'm going to try to keep long. It's got these. That's a tendril. My gracious, they have fought. Now see, if you see a bad spot like that, you're going to want to cut it up a little further. That one looks a little bit better. I know I have over 20 cuttings easy. No. Well, you take a negative, and make a positive out of it best you can. Okay, we are done. You can always take a negative and turn it into a positive every chance you can. And it's better to try to root these plants than let them just die on the side of a ditch. So, hey, who knows? Might get some muscadine plants out of the deal. Because, boy, we sure got a big old bag of muscadines. And I am looking forward to cooking those babies up and putting them back in the pantry. I hope this video encourages you too, in case a mishap happens to where like a grapevine breaks off, take a negative, make it into a positive, or if you're trimming your grapes or your muscadines vines back, root them, try to root them. Now, the water that's in the bucket, I will be splitting that up between however many jars I need to use to put these muscadine cuttings in, so that way the rooting powder water mix does not go to waste. And I'm going to let them soak in it until the water looks murky and it's time to change it, and then I will put them over into some fresh water, preferably rainwater if possible. Simple, easy, and yes, you can do it. Take negatives, make them into positives. You can do it. I look forward to seeing you in my next video. And yes, people, form of prepping, muscadines are food, are a food source. Stay positive. You got this. Keep stocking those pantries. I look forward to seeing you in my next video, and may you each be blessed. Y'all take care. I'll see you soon.